Tonight, from London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports.
Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Cincinnati Bengals and the London Black Knights. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry here for Joe Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 33 and a first. He told us he wanted to have a big game running the football. He predicted well north of 100 yards. That's a heck of a start.
And we thought he was just blustering, right? We thought he was just kind of talking and trying to maybe talk himself into it. He knew something, and now that confidence is going sky high.
And they're already in plus territory. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Short throw hauled in by Croft. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
From midfield now, Burrow. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Fired that one in there, able to make Connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Now Burrow. Short throw hauled in by Croft. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Auden Tate, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And what a performance in his last game. Couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
Down, Wilson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. To throw is Wilson. First tight end on the corner, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. From the gun, Wilson. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Wilson will throw again. It is incomplete.
Incomplete from the contact.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on it. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. From 6 yards away. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
We're still in the 1st quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him, because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
1st down, Cincinnati.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play, and it'll move the chains. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. These 2 teams all tied after 1. score. Auden Tate with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
4-yard line.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to run up and tackle him.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's caught, and he has now tied the record. Touchdown.
I thought that was a nice job there of feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive, and I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down the field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it.
And there's a good opportunity. Just went a ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
10 yards to go.
On third down, Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And taken right at the 35. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. London about set to take over on offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he'll take this up over. The 40 to about the 41.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And how he got away from that first tackler, no idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside, where they can really shred your defense.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Rosas' kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these days. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal, because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
26-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets them 8. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
At the 42-yard line.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
17.
That's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we have reached, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Bengals 17.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Penalties over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. A nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Flushed out right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
On the ground, this is Kamara. Take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him early and try and
He's got daylight. 30. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon, 76 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way.
Take over. First down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way to the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Play action. Now Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there. 65 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. The return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. From the 35 on 2nd down, Wilson. That's complete to his receiver, Gadwin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
Goal at the 9-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D. Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. Let's see if he can do it. On second down, here's Burrow. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. A nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. But it's going to be second down.
And 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 20.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play,
First down.
I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35. Now we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Balls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Number 41.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Wilson looking down. He's got him in. Complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 38. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Now it's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
We've been on this league for a while, and many coaches never play their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And some space here. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 4 yards out. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
Lining up for the extra point.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hans team able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
There he goes. You got to love it, baby. Give me some more. And touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. His throw incomplete. Tyler Croft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
John Johnson on the coverage.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. From the out, incomplete. It's Boyd. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now left side on the swing pass, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. To the air again, Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Carlton Davis picks it. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
He's got his man, Boyd. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
1st and goal.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow avoids the target, and he has it over the middle. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take the...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Tonight's
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.